This is Paul. Yes. I was looking at this glossary definition of financial words. Yes. They have what's known as the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Oh, what is the Fair Debt Collections Practices Act? Oh, the FDCPA prohibits debt collectors from using deceptive, unfair, or abusive practices to collect money from you. The FDCPA, pouch. Now, deceptive, unfair, or fraudulent acts. Mooch. Excuse me, bad behavior, Judge. Now, let's see. We're living in a homeless shelter in January of 2011. Yes. On welfare. Yeah. And you decide as a district court to issue what you would consider a fair judgment against myself in absentia. Yes. Now, of all these debt collection judgments for all those attorney firms that represent the secured, unsecured debts of those that are indigent, yes. Is it deceptive for a district court in Spokane County to issue a judgment where I did not get any actual notice or opportunity to be heard? I would think it is, okay? Now, this Fair Collections Act, yes. Could you have a look at that? And then the Superior Court in May 25th of 2011 decides to issue another judgment which opens the door for a writ of garnishment. Yeah. Can you garnish wages from a district court judgment, or do you have to have a Superior Court judgment? Yeah, you do have to have Superior Court. Is that why they did that? Now, I'm sitting here for over 7 years. Yes. Well, what happens is the fair collections, because I sent some emails last night, and then you decided to put in the paper that you were going to reissue the permanent protection order. Yes. The modified protection order from 2012. Yes. And then the protection order that you issued when I was found not guilty of violating the protection order. Yes. And maybe the guy's Googling my name, he's wanting to know where I'm at. Poo-poo! Now, I would think it is deceptive, okay, to have courts issue judgments where there is no due process to the parties named. Yes. Now, these statute of limitations, yes. Let's say they charged off the account in 2009 when our house was in foreclosure. 2010, they contract an attorney firm to represent them. Does the statute of limitations start at the time of charge-off? Probably, isn't that right? Because my original contract with the creditor, right, the unsecured loan for the credit card debt, Bank of America, started the clock on the statute of limitations to collect an unsecured debt. So it would have been charged off as an uncollectible debt within 3 years of that charge-off. Yes. But you issued a writ of garnishment because you put it in publication that you were going to reissue the protection order that should not have been issued because I was found not guilty. Yes. And that writ of garnishment, does that start a new 3-year statute of limitations? Why don't you get me the statute of limitations on these absentia issuance of court orders? Now, I'm one of these American citizens would sue each attorney firm that represents all the credit card companies. Yes. For having courts issue court orders without any expiration because of the bad behavior of judges that think they're not accountable for their actual judgments. Let's say you're a Superior Court judge. You're the judge that signed off on that judgment. Yes. And it's in May of 2011, but there's no expiration of it. You just issue it, and then in 2018, 5 years later, they decide to... I'm going to sue so many fucking judges today, you have no idea. See, you're not accountable for your decisions, are you, judges? Guy walks in, I don't know where he's at, absentia one of these judgments, not considering, well, when does the statute of limitations expire, the actual availability of the collection of the unsecured debt? Yes! Now, for every judge in the fuck now!